Hello and welcome to another 3-Star the Valley video here on Cradled in the Chains. This time we're taking on Grizzly Gulch, and just like the last video, we do have some more advanced discs than what you just start with. We have a musket, which is unlocked earlier on from one of the videos we did, and a windbreak accurate fuse, which is what we're using here on the first hole. We're aiming low, giving it a little bit of hyzer, because the downhill is going to make it flip up to flat and go straight. And it should put you right down there for an easy birdie every time. The fuse is one of the best discs in the game. I'm going to be using it to putt in this video, just like the last one. Hole 2, I'm using a musket. This is a fairly safe ace run. I don't get it super often personally, but there is a rock wall back there, so worst case scenario, you're looking at a putt like this, downhill, 20 meters, into the basket. The fuse for putting, it flies super straight. When you have the windbreak accurate, it's just going to go straight towards the basket. So it makes it super easy. Hole 3, we're using a musket, just trying to get up onto this flat path area. So we have a second shot, which is kind of awkward actually. So we're going to use the compass, just hyzer it up. I'm only looking for a birdie here, since we're not using distance drivers yet. And there it is. Spoiler, though, you do unlock a distance driver for 3-star in Grizzly Gulch. You get the extra turn recoil. I'm going to be doing a video pretty soon telling you what all of the unlocks are for all of the maps. Hole 4 can be a little bit tricky. You're shooting the gap under the bridge there. I aim low with a musket and put a little bit of hyzer on it, and that is my play regardless of what disc I have. So once you have the musket, it should stay in your bag, and I just aim low with a little bit of hyzer, and it is almost 100%. Hole 5 is a par 4, and on this one, the key, in my opinion, until you have distance drivers, is making sure that you don't go too deep, because you're actually leaving yourself a better angle to go for the eagle. Worst case is pretty much what just happened. You miss and you're under the tree, which is always a little dicey because you don't know whether or not the limbs are going to get in your way. So I always put a little extra power, aim a little bit low, and that way even if you get a little bit of leaf in your way to slow the putt down, it can still work out. Hole 6, this is an eagle chance. So we're going to use the musket, aim low, and didn't work out there because we hit that rock, but we still have a long look at eagle. Ideally, we would have kind of skipped through the gap a little bit. Oh, and good run, we just stuck on the top. But easy birdie. So as long as we keep that up, we're going to be doing all right. Here's another one. We're using our musket. We're aiming low, just a tad bit of hyzer. Really, as long as you get past these trees, anything over here in this area is going to be fine. So I always just throw a hyzer into the side of the hill, let it kind of bounce back down towards the basket, and it usually works out pretty well. Mid-range putt with the fuse. Straight in, so we're 7 for 7. Hole 8 is a par 4. One of the hardest par 4s to eagle, especially if we're not taking into account a couple of the more recently released courses. So you're just playing that forehand into the side of the wall there. We're going to use our musket again. I aim well to the right because with the uphill, it's going to hyzer even more. And there's the tap and birdie. We're 8 for 8. Well, we have the scariest hole of Grizzly Gulch left to go. Cave to cave. So I'm going to use the musket. I'm going to aim low. My bottom indicator arrow there is actually on the ground. And I give it plenty of hyzer. And then I'm just hoping for a good skip so it doesn't fall back into the creek. Even with distance drivers, it's very possible to just get a bad gust of wind, hit something, and roll all the way back into the river or the creek, and take the OB stroke and end up with a 4. So very happy to get the 2 there. It's kind of devilish that that's the last hole because it is so tricky. But if you like this video, please leave a like and a comment so I know that somebody's watching. See you next time.